Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sanders. I'm the CEO and Superintendent for Sandusky City Schools, and I'm here today to give you an update on our re-entry plans for our school district. As you probably know by now, based on a recommendation from the Erie County Health Department, Sandusky City Schools will be conducting the first 9 weeks of education this year in a virtual format, meaning that students will not be in class in the traditional way, but they'll be receiving their education through our virtual platform, which basically means through technology. Obviously, this decision has been difficult and challenging. Our Board of Education feels that given the health dynamics that this is the best course of action for us at this moment. I'll talk in a few moments about our 3-step process of how we will ultimately get back to a face-to-face regular 5-day school work week. We are excited about the opportunity to offer our virtual platform, and it allows us to highlight our technology components in a way that we have not had a chance to highlight before. The first step in our process, obviously, is a virtual platform. What that means is that 100% of all of our students and faculty and staff will be conducting education this fall in a virtual platform. We will continue all of our current extracurricular activities as of now, as that decision is being dictated to by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Once we receive a recommendation from that office in Columbus, we'll be able to determine a next step of course of action as it relates to sports and extracurricular activities. Obviously, our Board of Education is very much committed to this work and focused on getting us back in a traditional school setting. Step 2 of our process involves the using our hybrid design. The hybrid design is essentially a 40% in-class model and a 60% virtual model. So it allows us to take a gradual step-by-step approach. So step 2 allows us to be in school either on a Monday-Tuesday format or on a Thursday-Friday format, which allows for our students to interact with their teachers directly. Half of our students will be in school on a Monday-Tuesday. The other half of our student body would be in school on Thursday and Friday, and Wednesday would be used as a specialization day for meetings and customized learning experiences. One of the things that the board asks for in this process is a lot of data by which we would move from the 100% virtual format to a hybrid format. And there are probably a number of variables. They're all health and wellness related. Things like the rate of community spread, the assessment of asymptomatic carriers, known cases of coronavirus, of COVID-19, known or anticipated probable cases of COVID-19, and then ultimately a recommendation from the Erie County Health Department and our Board of Education. At our meeting this last couple of days ago, when our health commissioner was present at the meeting, he identified 11 different variables that they used to make this recommendation. And obviously we'll be revisiting those 11 health and wellness criteria. So to review, step 1, 100% virtual. Step 2 will be our hybrid model. And then step 3, of course, is our regular face-to-face 5-day-a-week work period that we're hopeful to get back to in a timely manner. Again, keep in mind that this decision is going to be contingent upon the health and wellness of our community, which I think is important. Let me talk a little bit about what this means for students, for faculty and parents, and for the larger community. Each student in the Sandusky City Schools will receive a laptop from the district prior to the start of school. School for all students is scheduled to start on September the 8th. That's Tuesday, September the 8th. That's the day after Labor Day. For those of you in my era, you probably would recognize that as a traditional start of the school year. This year, we're starting a little later, given a number of variables going on. It'll be Tuesday, September the 8th. That's the first day that students will be expected to engage in their lessons with their teachers and begin their virtual education. Each student in the district will receive a letter from my office explaining the process that we're going through, contact numbers and information, places where they can secure information on our website or other technology support, and an actual live person to call with questions, comments, or concerns or observations about the process that we will be in. This would also be an opportunity. There will also be an opportunity for parents to learn more about how to use the laptops as well. We think that's important for those who may not be as up to speed. It will provide you an opportunity to learn the key elements of the device to stay in contact with your teacher and with your child's work. Although students will have a virtual platform, there will be opportunities to interact in a customized way with your individual teachers. So please be advised that the platform we used between March and June of this last academic year, we're greatly enhancing upon that, not just in terms of the laptop to each individual student, but also in terms of the customization and how individualized we want the learning experience to be, as well as opportunities for your student to be in class virtually with all of the other students in their particular class. We think that's a step in the right direction. There will also be a small $10 fee for the use of the technology device. This $10 fee allows us to address repairs, updates, and other kinds of things we need to do to make sure all of our laptops are in perfect working condition and available for our student use without any difficulty. Also, I want to share with you today that we're working on a Blue Streak induction. This will be a period of time prior to September the 8th where we'll be working with our students and families to get everyone acclimated to the process of the new year. This will allow for our students and families to become more accustomed to the technology. It will allow us to meet in some formats that will provide more documentation and more information. And this is especially important for our students who have special needs or special classes and instruction. We will work very hard to make sure you receive exactly what your individualized educational program requires, and it will allow us to have that post period of September 8th in a way that allows for that to occur. I encourage you to come back with us on August the 12th, and I believe that's at 5 p.m. that we're going to have our virtual forum here at the board office, and we'll have an opportunity to answer questions in a live format through our Zoom and Facebook technologies. So what does this mean for faculty and staff? Well, obviously going virtual is a continuation of our work we've already done. I'm excited that there will be additional professional development opportunities for our faculty and staff members, and that we get an opportunity to significantly enhance upon the technology and virtual work that we did during the March and the June period. The Google platform, I think, is a game changer as it relates to our lesson plans and our ability to interact with students in multiple ways that will make the learning experience, though virtual, more positive and more engaging. And then finally, what does this mean for our parents and the larger community? Well, obviously, it's another shift in the work that we're doing. You've been amazingly patient. You've been very cooperative. Sandusky City Schools will do everything in our power to not just meet your expectations, but to actually exceed them. So we encourage you to ask us questions. We encourage you to engage with us at any time in order to respond to any questions. Again, please join us on August the 12th at 5 p.m. It will allow for us to have an opportunity to have more interaction with you and answer your questions directly. Obviously, there's been several emails I've received about sports, Essentially, how can sports be allowed to continue while we're using a virtual platform? And the answer to that is basically this. We are a member, as well as the other 600 school districts in Ohio. We're a member of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. We're deferring to their judgment and expertise. We've been following their protocols all summer with regard to summer sports and activities. And once a decision is made about that effort, which again, we may have to come back and explain how the athletic experience will be for the fall of the year, given several different dynamics. So I know I've given you a lot of information today to think about. My advice to you today is to wear your mask, stay safe, keep your family safe, ask questions, get feedback from us, provide us feedback. We would very much appreciate it. And then finally, I just want to encourage everyone to work together during these challenging and difficult times. Working together is the only way that we're going to be able to make the progress we need to make. You can contact me directly by my email at askdrsanders@scs-k12.net. That's ASKDRSANDERS@scs-k12.net. Thank you for joining us today, and as always, go Blue Streaks.